Welcome, guys. This is MR Mid Retouch. My name is Biggs. We're also known as ASAS Pixel Studio. Today, I'm going to be showing you something very interesting in Capture One. In this video, I'll be explaining or showing you how to fix dark black skin or skin differences when we have different skin color and very harsh one like this black side. And for this one, you can see the harsh color difference between here and here and all over our skin, and also this one between hand and our face, one saturated, less saturated, and this one not too harsh but a little bit smooth. You can see where it is. Okay, so now before I do anything, I would like to say to maintain natural, try to maintain natural edit. Okay, so to get a natural look. Now, because we want to fix this doesn't mean that we're going to change everything. No, we just want to fix where the problem is, because when someone look at this picture, their focus is on the imperfection. They say, oh, this place is not look, her skin is not even looking smooth, she's, things like that. Okay, so now the reason why I'm not using Photoshop is because it's actually very hard for you to achieve that in Photoshop, because there are some features in Photoshop that can't do that, but yeah, you can easily achieve that. Now, this is very important. You use Capture One to process your raw images first. Although that doesn't mean Photoshop can't do this work, Photoshop can. A lot of people create lots, and sometimes the lots won't even fit, or the gradient. But you can actually create a lot. Maybe when we get to Photoshop, we'll create a lot for something like this so that it can apply across all images. Now let's go ahead and fix this problem and fix for the rest four. So quickly, I'm going to explain this one. Let's grab a new layer, just like Photoshop, new empty layer. Now this one, empty layer, no mask, no everything. These layers are just for mask, okay, to draw mask where you can make the effect show or hide the effect. Now if you check this image, you're going to see the skin difference. Here we have colors, here we have a very dark black, not too dark but very hard ash black color, and shows is very pronounced. Now because we want to balance this, we want to make it uniform with the rest part of our skin, we're going to fix only this place alone. I like the color of our hand, I like the color on our face, our makeup, and all of those things. I don't want to change it and make everything uniform, just like you apply lots. Okay, but I just want to fix this place quickly. Now one thing will come to your mind immediately: hue, saturation, and lightness. One, the face is saturated, yeah, not saturated. Two, the face has there is bright and luminance, high luminance, yeah, there is none, it's dark. Now also the face, the hue of the face, the color of the face is different from the color of this place, that's hue. This place also saturation. So those three things will come to your mind. Now for us to fix that, we need to create a new layer and go to where these three things is located. So first of all, I'm going to select that range, and thank God for Capture One, you don't need to start drawing mask and selecting some places you cannot select, you don't want to select. So now I'm going to set the brush to tolerance just a bit, refine edge just a bit, okay, and I'm going to click and it's going to select that range. So for you to see the selection, you're going to hit M. So I'll keep selecting the hat. I have those places selected. Let's select the knit like that. So it's going to select that range all over. Now you can see that some part of the hand is not selected. You can actually just click on it to select those places, okay. It's M on the keyboard and you're going to see it. So but sometimes I don't want to do that, so Ctrl Z, I just want to select where the problem is. Now we can actually select places like this as well, and places like this, places like this. Okay, let's see where I select M. Now the shadows, most of the shadow is selected. I don't want to select this area, so I'm going to grab the brush. Let's erase it from this side. M. Okay, so now grab again. Let's zoom in. Let's hit M. I'm going to select somewhere. Good, and let's say that's all for now. I click covers. This is we want to fix. So let's remove from some places. With the head, just going to grab and remove it from the head and the lips, because I want it the same. Now let's say that's the range of color, which you can see in Photoshop. It's called color range. Okay, so now the next thing to do is to locate where I said they're located, which is the color editor. So under the color editor, you're going to see basic, advanced, skin tones. The basic have hue, saturation, and lightness. The advanced just have it right here, and the skin tones. So I'm going to use the skin tones instead, because the skin tones have two segments, the uniform and the amount, okay, of view you want to change. So I'm just going to click on this one, and I'll select a particular place I want the color to look like. In this case, I want it to look like the end, so I'll select that side. And now we mess around with this one. Now on a normal, we're going to use the uniformity, take this up, and you see that nothing is changing. And the lightness, only the lightness can even change a little bit, but we still have this black hue. You can see, let's talk before and after. You can see that black is just still there. So that's what happened in Photoshop at times when you try to fix it. Okay, so we're not going to use this uniformity tab, because that's the normal way I do show people how to fix all of this. But let's go to the amount. Now the amount of hue and saturation here, we can increase this one, and we're going to get something like this. You can see how we have a change, just a little change here and there, looking like the face, and that's too much though, so just small. Now the amount of hue, because we don't know the hue, we can make the hue uniform. First take the hue uniform, and now we can change the amount of hue, increasing it. It's going to give you that yellow hue. So just look at the yellow hue before. That's not our area of concentration. I just want to show you one hack you can do. So before we take all of this up, let's go to the important part. Now I want to fix that lightness. I'm going to go to the high dynamic range or exposure. Now for the high dynamic range, we're going to start with the shadows, because that place is known as shadows and black. If I turn it up and see how it affects the image. Okay, so we want to take it, and the shadows, this affects the image. So that's the shadow. We need to get the right one. So mind you, you can use the brightness. It's going to make it look, the black will still be there, but anything to increase the lightness is actually perfect. So we're not using brightness, because it's going to brighten up the darks, the high and the low there too. So we just want to use the shadows. So we're going to take it all the way up like this, and make it look the same. So I'm just going to try and balance that and take this up like this. So we have something like this, and now you can go up. You can use this saturation, you can move, or use the one inside the color editor. So right now, let's make everything perfect by adjusting all of these ones. So just like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this. Now let's zoom in and see the difference. This is before, this is after, this is before, this is after. We can actually erase from some places, so but that's too much, not everywhere. I'm gonna make it smaller and probably take it away from this side. Okay, so that's just what you can do, and sometimes you can use the brightness and you can see the difference. Now for us to fix everything, now we're going to go ahead and create another new layer, and this time I'm going to select all the skin tones like this. It's and the reason why we're doing this is to make everything uniform. Let's select every skin tones. So if you find yours doing like this, you can just right click and increase the lightness. Okay, so this I don't want to affect the face, so it's M on the keyboard, take the brush tool and remove it from the face. I like the way the face already looks. So once you do that, now let's go to color editor. This is very important for you to make everything uniform. So now we're going to start with the uniformity tab. Let's just click this, and I want it to look like, say, like this. Take the uniformity tab, take it all the way up. Just going to blend it, take the saturation, take it all the way up, and the lightness, you can, if you increase this, it's going to look the same, but it's gonna look flat, so not too much. Let's just say somewhere around there. And we can go up as well, change the hue towards the left to get the yellow feel, and increase the saturation a bit to get that smooth brown skin tone, like that. Sometimes you can take this lower to make it darker than the face. Yeah, so something like this. Okay, so now we fixed that. Now it's actually very pronounced. It's not to worry. You can decrease the opacity of that, and this one to decrease the opacity. So what you just need to do is to go to Photoshop now and blend it using frequency separation. Let's quickly look at our before and after. So this is our before and this is our after. This is our before. Notice how it smoothens the color in the hand and both everywhere. So let's quickly do for this one. I'm just going to select this procedure, empty layer, select the brush, and just select that color range. I'm just going to use this one instead. Hit M. Keep on selecting. Select. Okay, so we have it's selected most of the places we don't want to select. Anyway, let's go ahead, go to the high dynamic range and the shadows, like I said. So like I said, I don't want to increase everywhere. Okay, so let's just reset it. Let's go to the color editor. Let's see if the uniformity tab is going to fix things. On that color, increase the hue. So we have that color at first. Increase the saturation, make it uniform. Okay, so that's only that fixed the issue. Take the lightness up a little bit. So that alone has fixed the issue. We don't need, oh come on, to Z. Okay, all right, so that's not too bad. We get the idea. Anyway, that should be fine. Let's go ahead and go to the exposure. Let's see if the shadows and just lit up a little bit, or sometimes I use the black. Okay, so let's see before and after. Very easy. That's because it's capture one, so whatever is different, I can see some changes in the lips, so I can just grab this one and click the lips, remove those colors because that's how I want it. Now let's go to this one. Yeah, so quickly the same procedure, empty, select this, let's select this range, just that range alone. It's M on the keyboard. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Okay, we have this little tiny one. Selecting the face, I don't want to select all the face. Anyway, let's Ctrl Z. Okay, make the tolerance and the refinement smaller, and let's select. I'm going to select start dark guide. Hit M on the keyboard. Yep, I think it's working good. So we have this already, so that should be enough. Let's see, maybe. Okay, so now let's go ahead and select, fix that. I'm just gonna go to, let's use the color editor now. If it doesn't fix it, I want to color the hand and increase the uniformity. Let's see. Okay, so this okay for me. Let's go ahead, saturation, uniformity and saturation. You don't need to take it to the extreme. I'm going to remove it from the face first of all. Let's take it away from the face. I want the face to look natural as possible. Okay, so we have this. Let's see our before and after quickly. Okay, so we can still add, increase the lightness to maintain equal lightness. If you're not satisfied with this one, of course you can actually go back. Let's use the hue and go to the high dynamic range. Probably increase the lightness, or you use the lightness in the exposure or the brightness and make it brighter. Okay, so I'm gonna remove it from this side. Alright, just as easy as that, we just fix that. Although it's not different, it looks different, and I don't think she's applying makeup on. So we can decrease the opacity of all of this like this, and then grab a new layer, and we're going to select all of the face. Hit M on the keyboard. Yep. So make it uniform. Click on this. Let's make it uniform with the color of this one. I like that color. Increase. I'm just taking it extreme. You don't have to do that extreme. Okay, let's decrease the saturation a bit. It's too saturated. We can take it low, we can take it up just a bit. Okay, so like that, and then we can increase the lightness to make it a little bit uniform. And whichever way, if I take it backwards, it's going to look a little more real and reddish. If you take it forward, it's going to look yellowish. So I guess this one should be fine, which is this. We can remove it from the lips. I'm not doing retouching, I'm just doing some work. Okay, so like that, and you know what to do. So quickly, I'm just gonna click empty layer, select this one, decrease the saturation in the yeah, just decrease the saturation, increase the brightness. That should be for the leaves. And we're gonna do the leaves just one after the other, and boom. So that's for this one, decrease, and you can do that for the clothes as well. First, just add the clothes and add it like that. So just as easy as that. Let's add the height, this one, and we're good. So with this, we can just quickly fix those issues in with Capture One. I hope this video is actually helpful for you all. I don't want to do this, you can use the same procedure for that. So we went from this to this. Okay guys, see you in the next one. If you feel it's too much, you can adjust